Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Coming into today's game, the Cubs are kicking off a 6-game homestand. They come in at 31-17, 5 games up in the NL Central over the second place St. Louis Cardinals. Today's game will actually be against the third place Cincinnati Reds, whom the Cubs lead by 7.5 games. Game 1 of this series is going to see Aaron Nola on the mound. He is making start number 12. With a 5-1 record, he has a .363 ERA and a .107 WHIP. The Cubs lineup today will be Horner, Correa, Rizzo, Santana, Harper, Springer, Tristan Casas playing third, Wilson Ramos, and Aaron Nola on the mound. The Cubs made a move prior to today's game, sending Isaac Paradas down to Iowa and calling up Tristan Casas, who's going to be platooning at third with Thairo Estrada going forward. On the Reds side, Luis Castillo is the starter. He is making start number 11 with a 3-3 record and a .488 ERA and a .136 WHIP. For the Reds, their lineup today is going to be Friedl, Senzel, Cub Killer Nick Castellanos, Moustakas, Suarez, Van Meter, Gregorius, Barnhart, and Castillo batting ninth. It is 67 degrees here in Chicago today with a capacity crowd, wind blowing in from right at 9 mph. And it is time to get this game underway. With Aaron Nola on the mound, TJ Friedl is stepping up to the plate. A 1-2 record. Nola is looking to deliver the pitch. We're here in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field today, and we see that the Reds trying to make up some ground, trailing the Cubs by 7.5 games in the Central standings. And Nola delivers strike 3. That's a punch out to start out the game with a curveball. And now Senzel is the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch to Nick Senzel. And he's going to line that one in the gap in right center field. That's going all the way to the wall. Chasing is the center fielder, Springer. He gets it back into the cutoff man. Senzel is going to have a 1-out double here in the top of the first inning. Nola now working from the stretch is going to face Castellanos with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 1-strike pitch, and it gets away. Chasing all the way to the backstop is Ramos, and the runner is going to advance to third. Now Castellanos is batting with a runner on third and 1 out. Here's a full count pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Castellanos chases one outside the zone for the 2nd out of the inning. Nola now facing Moustakas with 2 outs and 1 man on. A 1-1 count, and there's a liner up the middle over the shortstop's head into center field. That's going to drive in the run. So now the Reds get the run off the Moustakas single, and they lead this game 1-0 in the top of the first inning. Suarez now the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's a 1-ball count, and Suarez lines it up the middle for another base hit. The Reds are taking everything to center field today. That is their 3rd base hit of the inning. There are now runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Josh Van Meter is the next batter. Top of the first inning, Reds already up by 1. Nola trying to limit the damage here with a 2-2 pitch. And there's a liner into center field for another base hit. So Springer has it. He throws home. The runner stops at third. And that is going to load the bases and bring up D.D. Gregorius. Gregorius is facing Nola with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Gregorius is going to be batting with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch and a grounder over to first. Rizzo has it. He steps on the base, and that'll end the inning. So the Reds leave the bases loaded. They score once and take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the first inning. Nico Horner now coming up for the Cubs as they try to get this run back here in the bottom of the first. A 1-ball count to Horner. Here comes the pitch. And a grounder up the middle. The shortstop is going to dive and have it. He throws to first, and that is the 1st out of the inning on an excellent defensive effort by Gregorius, the Reds shortstop. Now Correa, the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. And there's a grounder over to first. That's picked up by Van Meter. He steps on the base, and that is out number 2. Anthony Rizzo is the batter now with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count as Rizzo awaits the pitch, and he lines it past the first baseman into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Rizzo with a big turn, but stopping for a single. Cubs have their first base run of the ball game, and Danny Santana is the next batter. 2 outs, runner on first. 2-2 pitch, and Santana swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the second of a 1-0 ball game. Nola facing Barnhart here in the top of the second inning. Full count. Nola looking to deliver the pitch, and that is high. It is ball 4. So Nola issuing his first walk of this ball game, and now that brings up the pitcher Castillo in what's a pretty obvious sacrifice situation. Here comes the pitch. The bunt is laid down the first base line. Rizzo has it. He throws to second to retire the lead runner. Excellent awareness by Anthony Rizzo, and the Cubs have 1 out now. The runner's still on first, and Friedel is the next batter for the Reds. Here's a full count pitch to Friedel. He checks his swing and takes ball 4. So the walk is issued. 2 walks in the inning now for Nola. First and second, 1 out. And Nola needs a ground ball double play to get out of this inning. Nick Senzel is the next batter. He's 1 for 1 today. With a 1-strike count, here's the pitch to Senzel. He's going to line it into center field. Springer on the run. He plays it on a hop. The throw comes back home. The runner is coming around third, and he is going to score. So the Reds take a 2-0 lead as Senzel has an RBI single. And now Castellanos is the batter with 1 out, 2 men on here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 is the count, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Castellanos strikes out swinging for the second out of the inning. Moustakas now the batter. He drove in a run in the first inning. He comes up with 2 outs, 2 men on here in the top of the second. A 3-1 count, and that is inside for ball 4. So the third walk of the inning is issued by Nola. And now Suarez is the batter with 2 outs and the bases loaded here in the top of the second inning. Nola working the tightrope here in the second consecutive inning. A full count. Here's the pitch and a grounder over to second. Horner has it. He throws to first, which ends the inning. The Reds leave the bases loaded again. They score 1 run again, and now it is a 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the second inning. Bryce Harper leading off for the Cubs in the bottom of the second against Luis Castillo. Here's a 1-strike count and the pitch to Harper, and he grounds it over to second. This will be a routine play. The throw to first, and that is the first out of the inning. Springer now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. And Springer pops it up center field. That is going to be over the center fielder's head and go all the way to the wall. So Springer heading for extra bases. He slides in with a 1-out double here in the top of the second, or the bottom of the second inning, excuse me. Tristan Casas comes up now. He is batting with 1 out, 1 man on, bottom of the second inning, getting his first opportunity to contribute to the team. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and Casas pops it up to short right field. This is not going to get the job done. The right fielder makes the play. The runner on second has to retreat with no chance to tag up, so that is the second out of the inning, and now Ramos is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Wilson Ramos, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Ramos ends the inning with a strikeout. We'll go to the top of the third, still 2-0 Cincinnati. Van Meter facing Nola in the top of the third inning. 3-1 is the count. Nola delivers, and that's a grounder over to first. Rizzo has it. He steps on the base for out number 1. Gregorius now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and he grounds it up the middle. The shortstop Correa has it, throws to first, and that is out number 2. Now Tucker Barnhart steps up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Nola delivers a grounder up the middle. This time Horner has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So Nola gets his first clean inning as the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. Nola now leading off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the third inning. With a 1-ball count, he awaits the pitch, and there's a liner into center field. Nola helping his own cause with a leadoff single in the top Bottom of the third inning. Horner now the batter with nobody out, one man on. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch to Horner, and there's a pop-up to right. The right fielder is adjusting slightly to his left, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Correa now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch to Correa. He's going to line that one into the gap in left center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. The left fielder cuts it off, and the Cubs now have first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Anthony Rizzo now the batter with 1 out, 2 men on. Cubs down by 2. Really no opportunity to start the runners here because the lead runner, Nola, is just not particularly fast. He, running speed, yeah, just not going to really work. So Rizzo now batting, 1 out, 2 men on. Here's the 2-strike count and the pitch to Rizzo, and he drives into the gap in right center field. I think he might have gotten all that one. It lands in the seats. Anthony Rizzo with a 3-run home run has just given the Cubs a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the third inning. Anthony Rizzo, 432 feet out to right center field, and that is home run number 8 for him on the season, and he leads the team with 41 RBIs. Danny Santana now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Santana facing Castillo with a 2-1 count. And there's a liner into left field. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Santana stopping at first with a single. And the next batter is Bryce Harper. 1 out, 1 man on. We're going to see if we get an opportunity to get the runner started. First pitch to Harper. That's a pickoff throw over to first. They know exactly what I'm thinking here with Santana on base. And now Castillo to Harper again. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. That's strike 1 on a slider. Let's see what the next pitch is to Harper. And that is high. It is a fastball for ball 1, so a 1-1 count. And this is where we're going to send the runner. We're going to try to steal second. See what happens here. Here's the throw. The pitch out is on. The throw goes down to second, and they nailed him. So apparently they knew that the steal was coming right there. Barnhart now having thrown out his 4th base runner of the season. Harper facing Castillo with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Harper lines it down the left field line. That is going to be foul. Foul by just a few feet, and we're going to switch this back over. So a 2-2 count now to Harper. Here's the pitch, and he grounds it over to second. The throw goes to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cubs score 3 times on the Anthony Rizzo home run, taking a 3-2 lead into the top of the 4th inning. Nola coming back out to work in the top of the 4th. He's going to face the pitcher Castillo to lead off for the Reds. A 1-2 count and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Nola notches the strikeout. He has 4 in the game. He now has more strikeouts than walks again. So Nola now facing Friedel with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Nola delivers. There's a swing and a miss and a high fastball, and Nola gets strikeout number 5 of the game. 2 outs in the inning. Senzel the batter. Full count pitch. Nola delivers, and that is low. It is ball 4, so the walk is issued as Senzel trots down to first, and it brings up Castellanos with 2 outs and the runner on first. Cubs up by 1. Here's a 1-strike pitch to Nick Castellanos. And a drive to left. Chasing is Santana. He plays it off the wall. The throw goes back into the cutoff man. The runner stops at third. Nope, he keeps going. The run scores, and now we have a tie ball game here in the top of the 4th inning. Castellanos with the RBI double, tying this game up at 3. Mike Moustakas is now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Here is the first pitch to Mike Moustakas, and that's a pop-up to right. Harper chasing. He is going to get under and to make the play to end the inning. The Reds score a run, and they tie this game up at 3, going into the bottom of the 4th inning. George Springer now leading off for the Cubs. He is 1 for 1 today. Bottom of the 4th inning. Castillo working with an 0-2 count. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Springer chased a fastball up, and that is out number 1. Casas now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch from Castillo, and there's a grounder over to first, picked up by Van Meter. He steps on the base, and that is out number 2. Ramos now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to Wilson Ramos. He's going to pop it up to right. A routine play as the right fielder adjusts to his right and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. They go down in order. We go to the top of the 5th of a 3-3 tie. Nola coming back out for inning of work number 5. He is going to face Suarez, Van Meter, and Gregorius here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch from Nola. And there's a liner past the second baseman into right field. That's going to be a leadoff single. And that is going to prompt action in the Cub bullpen, as we are going to see. So if we have the need for a relief pitcher, we're going to probably need a righty. So Liam Hendricks is going to be the first man warming up in the bullpen today. Van Meter facing Nola. Top of the 5th inning. The go-ahead run is on first. Nobody out. Van Meter waiting for the first pitch from Nola. And there's a liner up the middle for another base hit. So that's going to be back-to-back singles for the Reds. The runner rounding second, heading for third. He's going to slide in safely. And now the Reds have runners on the corners with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. We're going to visit the mound and give Hendricks a little more time to warm up. We see that Nola says he's good, but we don't exactly believe him. Gregorius now the batter. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Nola gets a big strikeout. Number 6 of the game for him. And now he's going to face Tucker Barnhart. A double play would get him out of the inning. 1 out, runners on the corners in the top of the 5th inning. Nola working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Nola gets fastball past him for strikeout number 7. And that brings up the pitcher Castillo. So Nola is going to have a chance to end this inning if he can get Castillo out. With 2 outs and runners on the corners in the top of the 5th inning, he can preserve the tie. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch and a liner up the middle. That's the base hit. So the 2 strikeouts to the position players, and then the pitcher gets the RBI single to make this a 4-3 ball game. And now Friedel is the batter, and we're going to see Liam Hendricks is going to be brought into this ball game. So Hendricks is going to be brought in. He's going to come in to the number 7 spot and pitch, and Estrada will be inserted to the number 9 spot and play third base. Hendricks coming into the game, he has a runners on first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Hendricks has thrown 22 1/3 innings, walked 5, struck out 29 with a 2.01 ERA. Hendricks will face Friedel with 2 outs, runners on first and second in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2 is the count. Hendricks looking to deliver the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That will end the inning. So the Reds score a run. They take a 4-3 lead into the bottom of the 5th. And now Estrada is going to lead off against Castillo here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 is the count. Castillo delivering the pitch, and he's going to line that one into right field. That'll drop in for a leadoff single. Thairo Estrada getting the base hit, representing the tying run for the Cubs. Estrada is over on first, and he's kind of speedy. So Horner now the batter. With nobody out, the runner on first. Here's a 1-2 count, and there's a pitch. There is strike 3 swinging. Horner way out in front of that changeup, and that is the first out of the inning. Carlos Correa is now the batter. 1 out, runner on first. Barnhart, actually, he has a really good arm. I probably should not have run against him earlier in this game. So Correa now facing Castillo. With 1 out, the runner on first. Here's a full count pitch, and that is a pop-up to left field. Correa probably just swung at ball 4. That's a fly out, however, for the second out of the inning. And now Rizzo is the batter. He gave the Cubs the lead in the 3rd inning. He has the chance to drive in the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Rizzo waiting, and that is high and away for ball 4. They didn't want to take any chances with Rizzo right there. So he takes first with the base on balls. That is the first walk issued by Castillo, and it brings up Danny Santana. With 2 outs, runners on first and second in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Santana, and he's going to ground it past the third baseman down the line. That's going to drive in the tying run. Rizzo heading for third. He is going to be safe, and Santana has an RBI double, which ties this ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Santana, with a great piece of hitting, just drove that one directly down the left field line for a base hit. Harper now the batter. With runners on second and third and 2 outs, the Cubs looking to take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Harper facing Castillo. Here comes the first pitch, and he pops it up to left. Going to be a routine play, the left fielder coming in. He puts it away to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2, they score the tying run, and take a 4-4 game into the top of the 6th inning. Hendricks now is going to face Senzel here in the top of the 6th with the game tied and a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and Senzel pops it up down the right field line, chasing his Harper. He looks up and puts it away for out number 1. Castellanos now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Nick Castellanos. And there's a liner into center field, running his Springer. He's going to play it on a hop, and that is going to be a single for Castellanos with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. And that is going to prompt the warming up of Blake Taylor. We're going to visit the mound. He says he's got plenty left in the tank, but if we get to this line of group of lefties over here, I'd really like to be able to bring in Taylor and face those guys. So, Moustakas now batting. With 1 out, the go-ahead run on first. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Hendricks gets the strikeout for the 2nd out of the inning, and that'll bring up Suarez with 2 outs and the runner on first. Tie ball game in the top of the 6th inning. Here's a 1-strike pitch and a pop-up on the infield. In foul territory, Estrada chases, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Reds strand a runner, they do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 6th of a 4-4 tie. Springer is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th inning against Castillo. There's a 2-2 pitch. Castillo delivers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. 5 strikeouts on the day for Castillo as Springer heads back to the dugout, and now Hendricks is the batter, and he is going to be pinch hit for. Mike Tauschman is going to come off the bench and pinch hit for the pitcher spot. The lefty Tauschman stepping up to the plate. He has a .279 average with 9 RBIs on the season. Tauschman facing Castillo here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Castillo delivers the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Tauschman chased one that was down and in. 2 outs now in the inning. We need to get Blake Taylor, not the Reds bullpen. We need to get the Cubs bullpen, get Blake Taylor back up, make sure he knows it's going to be his turn to pitch. Ramos now batting with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Castillo working. 2-ball count. Here's the pitch to Ramos, and he pops it up behind the shortstop, short left field. The play is made and the inning is over. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the top of the 7th of a 4-4 tie. And now, Blake Taylor is going to slot into the number 7 spot and come into the game to pitch. He is going to face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Reds lineup in the top of the 7th inning. First up is Josh Van Meter, who is 2 for 3 today. Taylor, coming out of the bullpen, has thrown 21 innings, walked 8, struck out 22 with a 2.14 ERA. We're in the top of the 7th inning of a 4-4 tie. Here's a full count pitch from Blake Taylor. He is looking for the sign, and here it comes. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop Correa scoops it up, throwing over to first. That is out number 1. Taylor now facing Gregorius with 1 out, nobody on. 2-ball count. Here is the pitch. And a pop-up, short left field. Going back is Correa. This time he will make the play in the air for the 2nd out of the inning. Barnhart now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Taylor working with a 3-0 count. Here is the pitch. And low for ball 4. So the walk is issued. Barnhart heads down to first. And now we're going to see a pinch hitter. Orestes Aquino coming off the bench for the Reds. He has 7 home runs and 13 RBIs on the season in limited action. Aquino is going to face Taylor with 2 outs and the runner on first here in the top of the 7th inning. Full count pitch. Taylor delivers, and that is strike 3 called right on the inside corner. So the inning is over. Taylor gets the strikeout to preserve the tie. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 4-4 ball game. And for today's 7th inning stretch, we have Bill Murray here to lead the festivities. Now, the Cubs are sending Thairo Estrada up to bat. He came in on a double switch earlier in this game. He is 1 for 1 today. Opposing him will be lefty Nick Lodolo, who comes out of the Reds bullpen. He has a 1-1 record with 11 innings thrown, 6 walks, 14 strikeouts, and a 4.09 ERA. Lodolo faces Estrada in the bottom of the 7th inning of a tie ball game. Here is the pitch from Lodolo. He is looking for the sign, towing the rubber. And here's the pitch. And a liner into right field. That's another base hit. Estrada certainly earning his pay today. He is 2 for 2 coming off the bench in this ball game. Horner now the batter. Nobody out, runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lodolo working with a 1-1 count. And that's a drive to deep left field. That's going back, and the ball is going to clear the fence. So the Cubs now have a 6-4 lead in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nico Horner with a 391 feet home run, a basket shot out to left center field. That is Horner's 4th home run of the season, 25 RBIs, and it brings up Correa. Bottom of the 7th inning, nobody out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And that's up and in. The pitch is chased for strike 3, so Correa strikes out swinging, and it brings up Anthony Rizzo with 1 out, nobody on. Rizzo waiting for the 1-ball count. Here's the pitch. Grounder up the middle. The shortstop on the shift is in position to make the play. He throws over to first. That is out number 2. And now we are going to warm up another reliever. And in this case, yeah, we're going to go ahead and warm up Edwin Diaz. So with 2 outs, excuse me, and the bases loaded, Danny Santana comes up. He's batting from the right side for the first time today. He is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Santana facing Lodolo with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and a check swing for strike 3. So the inning is over. However, the damage is done as the Cubs take a 6-4 lead off the bat of a Nico Horner 2-run shot. Top of the 8th inning now. Blake Taylor is out here to face TJ Friedel in the top of the 8th. Edwin Diaz ready to come in out of the bullpen. Taylor is facing Friedel to lead off the Reds half of the 8th inning. Here is the first pitch from Blake Taylor. And he hits him. Man, hits him with the pitch. He's going to take first. So now Senzel is the batter, and that means Edwin Diaz is coming out of the bullpen. He is going to be asked to record 6 outs and earn this save. Diaz now, with nobody out, runner on first in the top of the 8th inning, facing Senzel. Here's a 1-2 count. Edwin Diaz looking for the sign. And here is the pitch, and strike 3 is called. That was a fastball right down the middle, belt high, and Senzel did not even twitch the bat. So now Castellanos the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Castellanos strikes out swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. Diaz throwing some gas out there on the mound. That was 97. Moustakas now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on first. Here's an 0-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Diaz strikes out 3 in a row to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 6-4 ball game. And now Lodolo is going to face Bryce Harper here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Harper 0 for 3 today. Here is the first pitch to Bryce Harper. And a drive to right field. I think he might have gotten all that one. Oh no! The diving play right at the wall. Wow, Castellanos just robbed Harper of an extra base hit. And now George Springer is the batter with one out, nobody on. Here is the pitch to George Springer. And he is hit with a pitch. So now Springer staring down the pitcher as he heads over to first. I don't know if he thought that was retaliatory or not. And Diaz now is the batter. So with the pitcher spot up, we're actually going to be changing our strategy here. We're going to warm up Tariq Skubal, and Miguel Amaya is going to pinch hit. Amaya, coming into the game, has 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and he's hitting .263. The Cubs looking to add to this 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning with a runner on first and 1 out. The runner on first is George Springer, who's actually not particularly fast, although apparently a very intelligent base runner. So Amaya facing Lodolo, bottom of the 8th inning, full count. Here is the pitch to Miguel Amaya, and he's going to drive that one into center field. That's going to be over the center fielder's head and go all the way to the wall. Amaya heading for second. He will have a double as Springer stops at third. And now the Cubs have second and third with 1 out. And Wilson Ramos is the next batter. Bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs up by 2. Ramos facing Lodolo. First pitch. Here it comes. And he grounds that one past the third baseman in the left field. 1 run's going to score. Rounding third and heading home is Amaya. He's going to slide in safely. And the Cubs now have a 4-run lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that actually means, gosh, maybe we could actually warm up Godley and let him pitch with a 4-run lead. So now with 1 out and the runner on first, Thairo Estrada comes up. He is 2 for 2 today. He's facing McGill out of the Reds bullpen. Matt McGill has thrown 20 2/3 innings, walked 10, struck out 15 with a 5.23 ERA. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning of an 8-4 ball game. Estrada facing McGill with a 1-strike count. And here comes the pitch. There's a liner into right field. That's another base hit. That drops in for a single. Stopping at second is the runner Ramos, and that brings up Nico Horner. Horner 1 for 4 with a home run today. Facing McGill in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out, 2 men on. 1-1 is the count. And he pops it up to right. This is going to be caught. The right fielder has a play on it. He puts it away for out number 2. Now Carlos Correa is the batter with 2 outs, 2 men on in the bottom of the 8th inning. McGill facing Correa with a 1-strike count. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So apparently that was a 2-strike pitch, and it ends the inning. We're going to the top of the 9th of an 8-4 ball game. Now, Skubal is going to be sat down. Amaya is going to stay in the game to catch. Godley is coming over, and he is going to pitch with a 4-run lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Godley is going to face Suarez, Van Meter, and Gregorius here in the top of the 9th. Here's the 2-strike count, and Godley looking for the sign, and he delivers the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. Suarez strikes out swinging, heads back to the dugout, bringing up Van Meter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Godley delivers. And a grounder over to first. Rizzo has this one. He wins the foot race to the bag and records the 2nd out of the inning. So now the Reds down to their final out. Gregorius is the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Here is the first pitch to Didi Gregorius. He's going to drive that one into right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Heading for second, that's actually going to be a sliding double with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. So Godley, now working from the stretch with a runner on base, is going to face Tucker Barnhart. With 2 outs and 1 man on, Godley working with a full count. Here comes the pitch, and that's a grounder over to third. Picked up by Estrada. He throws to first, which ends the game. So the Cubs are victorious 8-4 in the opening game of this homestand. Cubs getting 8 runs on 13 hits with no errors. The Reds 4 runs on 11 hits with no errors. We see that the player of today's game is in fact the Cubs' Anthony Rizzo. He managed to go 2 for 3 with a run scored, 3 RBIs, and hitting his 8th home run of the season. Also drawing a walk in today's game as well. Rizzo and Horner both hit home runs for the Cubs. Rizzo's home run was critical as he gave him a lead in the 3rd inning. And then Horner's home run actually sealed the deal in the 7th. So, the Reds' Nick Lodolo actually suffers the loss. He threw an inning, a third of relief, but allowed 4 runs all earned to score. The Reds starter, Castillo, went 6 innings of 8-hit, 4-run baseball with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. The Cubs' Aaron Nola did not qualify for the win. He went 4 2/3 of 9-hit, 4-run baseball with 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. The Cub bullpen contributed 4 1/3 innings of scoreless relief as Blake Taylor earns the win, Edwin Diaz the hold, and Godley closed it out, although he does not get credit for the save. So the Cubs improved to 32-17, while the Reds dropped to 24-26. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.